Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mate from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about a new announcement in the Sony horizon. A few days ago Sony announced a new camera, and that would be the Sony A9. Now, this was expectable in a way, because usually Sony keeps up pretty soon, and announces pretty soon new cameras, so it was kind of expectable to be happening. But in the same time, I have to tell you that this is the first camera which Sony announced in a very, very long time, which one I can say that it looks like it is a really great camera. So let's talk a little bit about this new Sony A9, and let's see what is very good and what is not really good in it. So let's talk a little bit about this topic. Hello YouTubers, I hope you are all well and fine, and today I would like to speak with you and to talk to you about the Sony A9, the new Sony A9. So let's dive into it and let's see the most important specifications, I would say, which one you can have with this camera. Now, I don't want to talk to you about every single specification because this camera knows a lot, and obviously it will be a 2-hour video. So I just want to talk to you about the most important ones when you want to upgrade. I mean, as a professional photographer, if you want to upgrade, there are some very important aspects which one you cannot just skip, so you have to be aware about those aspects. And those are the aspects which one, in my opinion, it is very important. And let's talk a little bit about them. So, first of all, the sensor. It is a 24 megapixel full frame beauty. Now, I tell you, they say this is a new sensor, and I believe it. I mean, Sony, they are very, very long time in the sensor production, and they produce sensors for Nikon, they produce sensors for other camera manufacturers, and they do a really good job. I mean, those sensors, the Sony sensors, they are really good. And this new sensor, it promises to be even better than the last one, the A7 II sensor. Now, the second very important thing is the autofocus points. Wow! Now I have to tell you, this is interesting. I mean, it is 693 points, 93% coverage on the sensor, on a full frame sensor. So that is really, really good. I mean, 693 points. Yeah, well, first of all, we have to notice that this camera is made for sports photography and wildlife, especially. The motto of this camera, it is speed. So it looks really promising. Now we have to see when the camera actually comes out, and we can put our hands on it and try it out and all kind of stuff. But I'm not doubting because Sony was always good in autofocus, and I think that the autofocus will not be an issue, will not be disappointing. I mean, the autofocus will be great, I'd say. So the next really important thing, and this was one of the reasons I left Sony, and that is the dual SD card slot. What? Sony. You listened, finally you listened to your customers, yeah. So it looks like they got the point. Anyway, so this camera, the new camera, got a dual SD card slot, and one of the SD card slots is UHS-2, and the other one is this Sony card type, and also the SDXC card. So let's get further down. I'm sorry, I have to chimp down here. I made some notes on not to forget some stuff, so I have to look at my phone sometimes. Now, the next very important thing is the shutter. As we all know, Sony had some cameras with shutter speed until 1/4000th of a second, and I was very disappointed on that. Now, this is obviously has a mechanical shutter until 1/8000th of a second, and that is really great. And the second, it has electronic shutter on 1/32,000th of a second. Great job, Sony. Now, I have to tell you that this is important, the electronic shutter, because in some situation you might need, and this you need only in photography, this thing. You don't need in videography. But in photography, sometimes you find yourself in a situation when you really need that extra stop, and you have it over here. So this is a very, very good news, and it's a great job. Flash sync speed, 1/250th of a second. Again, something good. Now, in the past, I don't really know about the A7R Mark II and the A7S Mark II, but before that, all the Sony cameras used to have 1/60th of a second, and that was disappointing again. I mean, my Nikon D7200 has 1/250th of a second, and I can go with manual flashes until 1/320. It's okay. So anyway, this is 1/250th of a second. Great job again. Now, 5-axis image stabilization. Now, this is again something very nice and very good. We all know that Sony stabilization is very good, so this will be a helpful thing because any lens you will put on it, prime lens or whatever, it will be stabilized. So we arrived to the 4K video, and this is one of the weak point of Sony. Let's call it weak point of Sony cameras. And I think from now on, you know, Sony fanboys will not really like this video, and probably this video will get a lot of dislikes. So if you are looking at this video, just check back after a while, and you will see that this video will get a lot of dislikes from Sony fanboys, because they don't really like when somebody says the truth about something, you know, and unfortunately that's the truth, and I have to say that, you know. So we arrived to 4K video now. In the past, almost every Sony camera, except the A7R Mark II, I didn't hear much about that, but they had overheating issues. I mean, I used to have the A7R, the A7 Mark II, the A6000, and sometimes they even switched off on me on 1080p, you know, because it got overheated. So I think that is, first of all, because of the body is too small, and there is not enough space, you know, for the sensor and for the for the processor, you know, to process all the data, you know. So it will overheat and it will switch off. That's the only reasonable explanation I could say. I don't know. Now with this camera, the E9, the 4K video is 30 frames, 25 frames, 24 frames, 50 megabits per second. Will it overheat or not? I don't know. Hopefully not. I hope from all my heart it not, you know, like it should be a great camera. So I don't know, but we will see. But anyway, the quality of the 4K video, it is excellent, because it's actually a 6K readout, full sensor readout. I mean, it's not like other camera manufacturers. They do that when you start the 4K, it will crop in. No, this is a full sensor readout 6K, and it will be downsampled to 4K. So the quality, it will be excellent. You have slow motion in 1080p from 1 until 120 frames a second. That's great again, you know. We all know that Sony is great in this stuff, you know. The only disadvantage, it was until now, the overheating, you know, and also the 30-minute limit, which one I think it will be in this one as well. But that's the disadvantage, you know, of filming with a mirrorless or DSLR. The only brand which one doesn't do this is the Panasonic brands. They do the unlimited recording, you know, on the GH5 and on the FZ2000, 2500, on the G85 and these cameras. But other than that, you know, every manufacturer has this recording minute, 30 minutes recording limit, sorry. So 3-inch type 1,440,000 dot tilty screen. Now, I have to say this. I mean, it just pisses me off, you know, like why they are so married with this tilty screen, you know, why they just cannot put a tilty flippy screen. Everybody knows, and every photographer likes the tilty flippy screen, except some of them who they say no, professional cameras, they don't need tilty screen. BS. Anyway, the professional camera should have everything and beyond, period. And the best screen is this tilty flippy type, which one Panasonic and Olympus use. I don't know why they do all the even Sony uses on the A77 and the A99, sorry. They use this tilty flippy screen. Why they cannot do this on this? I don't understand why they got a secret pact with the tilty screen. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like that. For me, that's a bad thing. So I don't like that. But anyway, at least it's tilty, not fixed. Okay, it will be a touch screen. Now how it will work, actually we don't know. I don't know, I didn't put my hand on it. So it will be in the menu and everywhere touchscreen, or like on the D500 and the Nikon, you know, just for the focus points and some stuff. We will see, hopefully everywhere, in the menu and everywhere, hopefully. Now, and here comes the the difficult part. The camera will be $4,490 in United States. It means it will be around 4,800 euro in Europe. Rest of the world, I don't know roughly. This is only my guess, but I think usually it is a few hundred euro expensive in Europe than in United States. So it will be something like that. Now this price is a little bit spicy, but let's not forget that this camera is concurring with the Nikon D5, Nikon D4, and the Canon 1DX, you know, so 1DX. So it's concurring with cameras which are actually 6,500 euro. So if we compare the price with that, this is a cheap camera. And it looks like this camera will have to, also I forgot to say that it shoots 20 frames a second with continuous autofocus. Now that is really important again with the autofocus, that it's when you shoot 20 frames a second, you know, it will be continuous autofocus and no blackout, and that because it uses the electronic shutter. So that is great. That is really, really great. And these cameras, like I tell you, if this camera comes out and prove to be as good as it looks like, Nikon and Canon will have big problems, you know, in with the 5D and the 1D from Canon selling, because that is like 6,000 euro. This is like 4,500 euro anyway in US. If you have a different opinion, that's not a problem. We are all different, you know, that's why this word is nice, because we are all different. So this is only my opinion, and I think that this will be a great camera, except this disadvantage, you know. So if you have the 4,500 euro plus if you have another few thousand for the lens, you know, which is the Sony lens, the variable aperture lens with the adapter, and you want to give a try, the camera will be excellent. The lens, that's the only possibility. I mean, what else could you put on it, you know? So I hope that you like this video, guys, and if you like it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. And if you have some opinion, or if you think that I forgot something, please feel free and leave a comment down below and add a comment, you know. And hopefully this will be a new era in Sony, because like I said, I like Sony cameras, but they have some disadvantages, you know. And unfortunately it looks like Sony doesn't really work on this disadvantage, and that is the lenses, you know. But anyway, I really wish you a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.